Hey guys, so for today's video we're going to be creating this Indian red bold Punjabi makeup look. It is really beautiful. I'm in love with the eye look, and if you want to see how to achieve this, please keep watching. So we're going to begin by using our Maybelline primer, and I'm going to spread that all across our skin using this flat bristle brush that I got from Amazon. It's really good quality. The bristles never fall out, and I spread this primer using this brush all over her skin. She has some beautiful skin. Like, her skin is so beautiful. Like, the makeup application on her face was so amazing and easy. Then I use my color corrector in orange, and I spread that over all her coloration on her skin. This will cancel out any dark pigmentation on her skin and make sure we have an even base of foundation. I'm going to spread that on her eyelids as well. This will make sure that our eyeshadow or whatever we apply on her eyelids, it will pop out and not, look dark compared to the rest of her skin. Now I spread that across her mouth region as well, because that does have a little bit pigmentation, not much though. And then I just blend that into her skin and make sure it is nice and even and clean and not harsh. Then I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild foundation. I love this foundation. If you're looking for a cheap drugstore foundation which is full coverage, this is the foundation you guys should definitely try out. It is so amazing. It works on all skin types so far. I haven't experienced any problem with it. Maybe a little bit with mature skin, it does kind of leave cracks and stuff, but if you use the right skincare before the foundation application, it shouldn't be a big problem or issue for you. So I spread this using the same brush all across her skin and make sure to cover every spot on her face using this foundation. It does look a bit lighter to her skin tone as well, which is a good thing. You want to make sure that the foundation you apply is a shade or two lighter than her actual skin tone, so when you contour or bronze her skin up, it will all come together and like a perfect match. So now I'm using my Damn Beauty blender, and I'm gonna blend this foundation in and make sure it does not look cakey on her skin. This part you need to take your time and blend the foundation in, because if your foundation is not blended right, then everything that you put on top of it will just end up looking like a mess, and it will not come out looking flawless in the end. So I take my time. This video isn't fast forward obviously, but I took I took my time doing this process, and I made sure that the foundation sits perfectly on her skin and is not extra or leaves a cakey effect. Then we're going to blend, drag towards the neck area, and now I'm gonna start by filling in her brows. She has like beautiful eyebrows. Like, I'm in love with her like features. Like, honestly, like, her face features are so beautiful. So I'm gonna like fill in her brows, which I hardly had to do anything for because we're already so like dark and beautiful. So I just like go in and give like a little slight touch up to them and just fill like a little sparse spaces that she did have towards the end. So I just like fill those in using this dark brown powder. Now I'm gonna carve her brows out using my concealer, and I'm gonna make sure that it's clean, and this will basically, even if her brows are already so neat and clean, like, this step will make sure that it like pops out in a different way. Like, her eyebrows will stand out on her face. They will look a lot more neater, a lot more cleaner after you do this step. So it is a must, for me at least. I used to never do this before, but like now, like, since I started doing it, like, the difference is like huge. So I like love this thing. It's so good. Now I'm blending the concealer with my Damn Beauty blender and making sure the edges are not harsh. And now I'm going in with my Maybelline concealer, and I'm going to spread that all across her lower eye region, and I'm going to spread it evenly across both the sides and drag it across the top of her cheek, because she does have quite a round face on the top portion, so we're trying to get it, we're trying to lift her cheeks up. So if you do this, drag the concealer towards the top of her cheek area and like blend it upwards, like, it will lift her cheeks up, lift her face up, and make it look a lot more defined in a way, you could say. So I just blend that using my Wet Beauty blender, and make sure that it is evenly spread out on her face. Now I'm going in with my NYX contour stick, and I'm going to contour her forehead and her cheekbone area. I'm drawing some pretty dark lines on them because I want this look to have really, a bronzed out contour look. So I'm trying to get the contour to be as dark as possible and in a way that it does not look shabby and patchy as well. And I'm blending it nicely with my beauty blender, and I do have to kind of move quick with this contour stick because the one thing I don't like about it is that it dries really quick on the skin. So if you don't blend it right away, it does leave patchy marks on the skin and it looks really bad. So you do have to work quick with it. And when I'm contouring her cheek, what I do is I blend it in upward motion, but I don't drag it. I'm like pushing it upwards but very slightly. So this will lift her cheekbone area and give her a very contoured look, which is what we're going for. So I'm just going to blend the contour under her jaw area and repeat the same steps on the other side of her face. I'm using this puffy buffing brush to blend out the contour on her nose area. I like to drag it under her brow region as well, so this will basically make the nose look a lot more elongated and it won't look, out of place if you do that. I really like going in with my powdered contour on top of the cream contour because we are going for a really heavy contour look, so this will enhance the contour on her face. So I'm going in with my Wet n Wild contour palette, and I'm gonna go and top on the cream contour using this. I'm going in with the banana powder in the same palette, and I'm gonna brighten her under eye region and under her cheekbone area. This will sharpen the jawline that we created here. I'm spreading the same powder across her forehead region and brightening that up as well. I'm spreading it across her eyelid region to mattify the concealer that we did apply on top of it. This will make sure for a smoother eyeshadow application. Now we're gonna begin. I'm using a very light brown shade on her crease area, and we're just gonna blend it all across her eyelid evenly. I'm repeating the same step on the other eye as well. Here I'm blending in circular motions and slightly dragging it upwards. Now I'm using a darker brown shade, but very slightly darker. It's not like a big dramatic change in color. And I'm just gonna blend that on the outer side of her eye region, a little bit below the first brown shade. Now I'm going in with this golden shimmer from the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to apply it towards the inner part of her eyelid and spread that all across her inner portion. And then I'm using this dark brown eyeshadow to create a wing. Then I'm going to go on top with a black eyeshadow. This is just to make sure I don't mess up. And then I finally go in with this Lakme eyeliner. This is not my eyeliner, this is her eyeliner. I was trying it for the first time that day, and it literally, this is the best thing I've ever used, and I need to get my hands on it. But unfortunately you don't get it here in Dubai. You have to order it from India, so whenever I go there, I'm gonna buy that. It's so beautiful. The application was so simple. So now basically I'm smoking out her lower eye region, and I'm gonna apply the same brown shade in the lower part. Here I'm applying the silver glitter in her inner lower eye region. This is just for a pop of color because the eye just looked really dull to me in the beginning. And now I'm applying my false lashes on her eyes, and I'm just setting them, making sure they're nicely, stable on the eyelash area, sorry. So this is her looking at herself and her reaction. Oh my god, I love that. Then I just cleaned her lips, removed the excess foundation, and I'm applying her lip stick. This is by Forever 52, the brand. It was really good, the quality was so good. And I'm just gonna outline her lips using the same color and then fill them in using the same shade. And I'm just making sure like the edges are clean. Then I'm going in my e.l.f. Cosmetics blush, and I'm going to then go in my Wet n Wild Precious Pearls highlighter. And this highlighter, oh my god, like next level beautiful. Like I have no words to describe like how beautiful this looks on all of my clients. Like it is so beautiful. It just makes them like stand out. Like look at how beautiful she looks. You're like wow, like oh my god, this stunning. It's stunning. Oh my god. Then I'm gonna use the same highlighter and highlight her brow bone region. So this was like a little montage we made before her hair, and now I'm like basically I made her hair in a tight bun. Then we applied all our jewelry, and this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click the bell icon to turn on my post notifications, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.